Human creativity is by far the most powerful force on the planet, and it's an honor to be here tonight surrounded by individuals who support and invest in that creativity. My name is Rod Joy, and I serve as Executive Director for Arts Alliance Illinois, our statewide arts advocacy and service organization. And the primary charge of the Alliance is to elevate the presence and importance of the arts within the state and raise awareness that the contributions that artists make to society are just as important, if not more important, than the contributions of any doctor, lawyer, policeman, or fireman. On behalf of our network of thousands of arts professionals and hundreds of cultural institutions, it's really a delight to be here tonight for this conversation about the impact of the arts, and more specifically, the contributions that small to mid-sized arts organizations have on the city. Few cities in the world can claim the strength, diversity, and significance of an art sector like Chicago. There's a delay, bear with me. Our internationally renowned museums, theaters, dance companies, and symphonies brand Chicago on the global stage and attract thousands of jobs to the city and millions of tourists. The constellation of Chicago's arts ecosystem includes a rich array of cultural organizations that are diverse in discipline, ethnicity, and artistic mission. The numbers that you see before you today are drawn from the Illinois Cultural Data Project, which was launched in cooperation with the Chicago Community Trust and a number of funders throughout the Chicago region to really measure the impact, assets, and needs of the creative sector. You can see here, this list does not include all of the cultural organizations, but about 700 in the 7-county Chicago region. You see we have over 150 theaters represented, over 140 music ensembles, and over 70 dance companies. When you think about the arts in Chicago, oftentimes we think about our downtown major cultural institutions, the Goodman Theater, the Art Institute, the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. But the fact is that 3 out of every 4 arts organizations is a small to mid-sized group with a budget of under $1 million. In fact, 39% of those organizations have budgets of under $100,000, and 21% of those institutions have budgets between $100,000 and $250,000. As in any ecosystem, these varied entities, while separated by different budget sizes, are interdependent. They lean on one another and influence one another, and their vitality impacts the health of the overall sector. So we believe what happens at the Albany Park Theater Project impacts Steppenwolf Theater, and the strength of Muntu Dance Theater impacts Chicago, or Hubbard Street Dance Chicago. We appreciate the Chicago Community Trust's recognition of the fundamental role that small arts organizations play in our cultural ecology through the Smart Growth Initiative. Small arts organizations represent economic anchors in their communities. They present aesthetics that have particular relevance to their audiences, and they serve as fertile ground for emerging artists and arts professionals. A few weeks ago, in his State of the Union address, President Obama challenged us to win our future through creativity and innovation and by investing in education. And in many ways, small to mid-sized arts groups are an integral part of Chicago's creative infrastructure. They spur innovation, and they help build distinctive neighborhoods, from South Shore to Uptown, from Humboldt Park to Rogers Park. So why invest in small to mid-sized arts organizations? The first reason why it's important to invest in these groups is because they impact neighborhoods. Studies reveal that humans communicate best when they are physically brought together. And that's what these groups do across the entire city. They build strong neighborhoods and strong communities. You build strong communities by getting people up off of their couches, away from their TV screens, away from their iPads and iPhones, and bringing them together for shared cultural experiences. And that's what these groups do. Second reason why it's important to invest in small arts organizations, because of the financial need. Many of these organizations rely heavily on public support for the arts. As you know well, it's been a very challenging time for public investment in the arts. In fact, over the last 2 years, we've seen the city's investment in the arts sector through its City Arts Grant Program, a program that funds over 275 cultural organizations, cut by 50%, from $1 million in FY09 to $500,000 in FY10. The third reason why to invest in small to mid-sized arts organizations is a huge impact that those investments have on their sustainability. Studies conducted by the Arts and Business Council have revealed that smart growth grantees have made significant improvements in their board governance and financial management and in marketing. This is a really unique moment for the arts in Chicago. There are a lot of questions around the future of city investment in the arts. There are a lot of questions that surround the future of the Department of Cultural Affairs and Special Events. But there's no question that the contribution that the Chicago Community Trust makes to the arts is significantly important to the cultural life of our region. I would like to thank the leadership of the Chicago Community Trust for convening this important briefing. I'd like to thank all of you for being here tonight and for your contributions to the lives and communities throughout the region. Thank you.